What's up, everybody? This is Jimmy Flame for House of Fire Productions, and welcome to this little walkthrough we're going to do today on Adobe Lightroom. It's of all the Adobe products that I have, which is pretty much all of them. This is my go-to. This is the one that I use the most. I do a lot of product photography. I do a lot of portrait photography, and whereas a lot of photographers would go directly to Photoshop or something like that, I use Lightroom because I don't necessarily need all of the crazy graphics and features that Photoshop has. The thing I love about Lightroom is it's really built for, well, it's called Lightroom. So you're manipulating light, you're manipulating exposure, and it's sort of, the duties are all delegated to that, and it's really restrictive in that sense. So let's just get right to it. That's an actual photo that I took. I really like this one. I love how the colors pop in it. I shot this with a Nikon D5600. This was shot for a restaurant called Ninja Sushi. Crazy little story about them real quick is they opened up in the middle of this pandemic, and the lady had invested just so much time and money that she was just going for it. She wasn't going to delay. And I was really, really excited to do their photographs. I just love that fighting spirit when I see it, and she really had it. So this is a bowl of sushi, if you haven't already surmised that. But this is a finished product that I did just using Lightroom. I literally just took a raw photo, inserted it into Lightroom, and this is one of those ones where all I did was edit, did an auto edit, and this is what happened. I mean, this is just another reason why this program is so astounding. So how did I get there? Well, let's just walk through real quick. So when you first start Adobe Lightroom, the only way that you can actually bring photo files in is if you start a folder or an album or something like that. I always start with an album. It's just an easy way for me to remember and to store everything in files. And the other cool thing about using an album is if you have an Adobe membership, it's you get automatic cloud storage that's included with the membership, and it's a lot of storage. But this does it all automatically. So starting there, it's real straightforward, real easy to start an album. You just hit plus, create an album. And then let's just say new album, you create, and then it creates the new album. And it very conveniently puts it all in alphabetical order for you. So when a new album's created, just to show you real quick, it's empty. So you can add photos by clicking here. I'm going to delete this album because I don't need it. And I'm going to go back to, hey, look, it's my boy Jesse Green. Sorry, Captain Mango. And wrestling fans like to call this guy Captain Crunch. So let's get back to Ninja Sushi. And here is a photo that has not been edited yet. This is just a raw photo from the D5600. I shoot in RAW. You can shoot JPEG, RAW, all that stuff, but I shoot everything in RAW. You can look up on the internet the differences between JPEG and RAW if you really need to know. But just to demonstrate the power that this thing has, you go up in the upper right-hand corner, and there's a number of things that you can do with your photos once you have them in here. Here's just a basic edit window where you have control over features such as exposure, contrast, highlights, shadows, whites, blacks, all the basic stuff. Go back. Give me my photo back. And then you come down here, you can do some color correction type stuff. You can do your white balance here. Cool thing is you can do a white balance selector. You select this tool right here, and you just find a spot on the photo, and you can adjust the white balance accordingly to that. So I just did that, and as you can see, it kind of gave it a nice little blue hue. However, I'm going to go back and just put it back on auto for now. Tint, vibrant, saturation. You can even grab particular colors. Like if I want to highlight, let's say this orange in here. If I want the orange to pop, I just click on the orange, And there's a lot of data that you can't see offhand, like right away when you're shooting in RAW, that you can pull out with a feature like this, which is another reason why I love Lightroom, is because you can do this. You click the orange. If you want to bring this color out, you can saturate it. Whoops, I went the wrong way with it. Saturate it. You can see that orange really start to pop. You can even pull it out, and it doesn't affect anything else in the photo except for these orange hues. So let me reset that back. You can even darken them. See, that's pretty amazing, isn't it? Brighten them. I mean, you can really mess with the mood of this picture just by manipulating specific colors. Like with the green, you can really change the complexion of this green. As you can see, what I'm doing here, you can darken it, you can brighten it. So there you go. There you have it. Reset, reset, reset. Anyhow, let's keep going. You can do some color grading as well. If you click on it, you can manipulate you can take particular shadows, particular highlights, particular midtones, do some really cool stuff with that. And then they do have some effects, such as, I really like the grain effect. It gives it a nice photo look. Doesn't make it look as digitized, if you will. And then details such as sharpening, radius detail, masking. The detail one is pretty neat because it's such a subtle effect that helps bring out the detail of your picture. Anyhow, back to what I originally wanted to show you, just to kind of show off the power of this thing and just how quote unquote intelligent this thing is especially when you're shooting RAW. Can't stress this enough. You hit auto here, and look at that. I mean, it's just like night and day. That's a beautiful picture. Let's go to another one. It's just kind of like it's a pretty bland photo. And then boom, auto. Because I shot it in RAW, it knows to pull all these colors that you can't see right away into the forefront. And it kind of does it smartly. So, and then you can go down, you can do things like you can crop the photo really easily. You just drag, just literally just drag a corner. Do that. And some other cool stuff you can heal, like up here there's a little stain on the board. You do that, and look, the stain is gone. I feel like one of those infomercial salespeople. The stain is gone. Yeah, some other cool stuff. Go back down here to the healing. I'm just going to leave that there because I actually kind of fixed the picture pretty well. Here's another cool thing is you can use a brush to actually pick a particular part of the photo to manipulate. So you use the brush, and if you have one of a mouse wheel, you can just use the mouse wheel to adjust the size. If you don't have one, you can adjust it manually over here. You just kind of start painting over the picture, and then wherever that was, you can change the temperature. As you can see, change the exposure. You can make some really cool false shadows with this. I'm going to pull this out real quick just to kind of show you how cool this thing is. So I'm just going to follow this shadow line down. And again, I'm just freehanding it. And now I can, look at that, create a cool shadow just like that. Light manipulation. That's literally all this program is light manipulation. So I'm going to actually reset this because I'm going to come back later and do my own thing with all this stuff. But another cool feature, another cool thing was we have a linear gradient, which allows you to, I'll just do it and show you. You can literally manipulate just a bar of the picture, and look at that. You can make your own little happy vignette. and it doesn't have to go all around the picture. Oops, I accidentally made another one. Look at that. That's just beautiful. Lightroom, ladies and gentlemen, this thing is awesome. And then, you know, of course, if you have the program, you can go in and you can play around with it all you want. Again, this is just a walkthrough. And then a radial gradient. Yeah, say you need a radial. You can feather it out too. I forgot to tell you that. You can feather all this stuff. You know, make a little shadow there. Whoops, let me delete that. That's a little bit too big. Like say if I wanted to do a shadow that's going to kind of match this umbrella for whatever reason, I can set it up back here. And then, of course, accordingly, you can, with other light manipulations, make it appear as though there's light coming from this direction. Just a little overview of the power of this thing. Nevertheless, this is a great program. Highly recommend it. There's a lot more to it than I'm actually showing you. But again, like I just wanted to show you some basic stuff with this program. Look at this. Bam. This is great. And voila, you have an awesome photo. Again, I shot all these pictures in RAW. I always shoot in RAW. So you're not going to get like as good quality if you're just shooting in JPEG, because you don't have all the hidden colors and the hidden metadata. That's kind of redundant, but the metadata that the program can read and really pull out. So the cool thing is, like, you can concentrate more on just trying to get a good shot, like a shot with just, you know, that matches up nicely with geometry and all that good stuff. And worry about doing all the colors and all that stuff later, because Lightroom is a powerful enough tool to do all that for you. So anyhow, like I said, I love Lightroom. I can't encourage you enough to get in there and do some of that stuff yourself. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Jimmy Flame. And also check out House of Fire Productions, flamesandAim.com. And until next time,